I wanted to give you guys a little update on that light I've been working on. This was a custom order. It's coming along really, really nice. And that's the glow you see right now. Got that light lit. Just kind of checking out the grain. It just looks really awesome. Really, really awesome. Just kind of put some screws up in the beam and hung some chains real fast. It's not hanging level because I didn't level all that to begin with. I just sort of hung it up there, but I thought I would let you guys get here too. There it is. There's the light I've been working on. The carved fish are on there. Hey, Dave. Just showing you guys the light I've been working on. Thought I'd just jump on real quick, just for a few minutes. Inspire you guys a little bit, I guess, maybe, or just whatever. I don't know. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I was excited to kind of get this thing together. Thanks, Glenn. So, all of this is wood. Everything is wood. Even where the light is, this is wood. It's all veneer. And then all the trim and outline pieces are all black walnut, and the trout, those are the cherry burl. Thanks, Glenn. How's it going? Just showing you guys the light I'm just working on. I am working on a video, like creating the whole piece. And I'll be working on just a little quick video, just carving up the fish. But it's all going to end up being in time lapse. I don't want to do the video of the whole thing until I get it installed, so you guys can see where it's going to be and it's all done and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I've been kind of popping in here and there and just going live and just kind of sharing it this way. Let's see. So both sides have a trout. There's one. Wonder if I can get, oh, my arm ain't long enough. 1 and 2. So they stick off the edges. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Anna. How thin is the wood, Eddie? So that's underneath, all right? Let's see till you guys can see my hand here. Where is the camera? The walnut here. This walnut is just under, it started off about 1/2 inch, and then get between planing and sanding, it's down pretty thin. Now the veneer that the light is shining through, this wood, the burl veneer, that's probably like if you took 4, maybe probably like 5 sheets of regular paper and stacked it together. So close to like poster board, maybe a little less than like poster board. So it's very, very thin. That way there you can get that light coming through. And it's nice using these, somewhere you guys can actually, I had it a minute ago. You guys can see, oh, there it is, closer. So this is kind of a design of my own that I've worked on. I built lampshades like this for some really cool ski lamps. And then there was a rustic furniture fair in Blue Mountain Lake a couple years ago before the whole vid thing started. And both of them sold within like an hour and a half. The place opened, they were both gone. And then I just met this customer, which was an awesome reference from another customer of mine. Sorry about the shakiness here, guys. I'm trying to hold this phone. I should have put it in a mount. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks, Chuck. The top of it's kind of got a rail. If you guys can see, you guys kind of see the light up here. So there's a little bit of gap up there. It's really thin. And it's in case, you know, light bulbs always create heat, even these LEDs. So when I build this, it's only LEDs go in here. That way they're not, it's not as much heat coming off the light bulb. But that's just to help, one, it gives it a neat little feel, you know, the light at the top. Plus it helps release any heat that's rising up off the light bulbs. Now I do have another neat piece. Hey, Jennifer. I do have another neat piece for this that I'm working on. And I don't know what it's called. I don't get into all the technical stuff. Woo, we'll go back. We'll turn the lights off in a minute so you can all see as people are joining. But it's going to be the piece that's got to mount to the ceiling so the wires can come out for the light. And that's going to be out of this cherry burl here. This is a piece of cherry burl. This will mount like this up on the ceiling, right? And then the wires will come down out of a hole right here somewhere. But this is some really neat figure to it. That burl wood, just some cool stuff. Oh yeah, saber-tooth burrs, they get you sometimes. Those are always fun. Chewed right into my hand when I was carving these fish the other day. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh. Yeah. That's kind of it though, guys. Here, you guys can kind of see it. Right? We got our trout, our fish on here with some action. So we got like the tail kind of curving off, right? A little bit of the head coming off here. Let's see if we can get this over here. Kind of got the same thing going on with this guy. Tails coming out. I didn't want to make just like these one-dimensional fish, you know. I wanted to make sure they looked like they had some movement to them. Oh, nice, Anna. Thank you. Yeah, they can be a little tough to carve sometimes, and sometimes you hit dead spots in there, but if you've got just a 2-part epoxy on hand, yeah, it's really nice, right? Sorry about the camera, guys. I should have put a mount in there. Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, I got excited about it, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live and share with all you guys. And then now I'm like, oh, I should have put my phone in a mount because this is like all over the dang place. What the heck was I talking about? Oh, the epoxy. Anna, you said you had some, and if you decided to carve them, it's a good idea to get a, I don't know where mine is, get a 2-part epoxy. That way there, if you fall into a knot or a spot, this is what I use. I just use that DevCon and fill it in. If it's a huge void, I'll use a better epoxy so I can see through and people can see the void, because that'll kind of have like a foggy look to it. But it usually works out pretty good. These guys actually, oh yeah, that works, right? There's my thumb. Thank you, Schmonster Man. I'm probably not saying that right. Ooh, I do have a couple things that look cool with the light from the light from the light, if that makes any sense, right? The light from this light. Here, I'll show you. I just moved them closer. We'll turn this off. Ready? Bing. We got a few more people on so you guys can see it. So that's the light I've been working on if you're just joining us. And I thought from over here that the owl and Sasquatch looked pretty cool in that amber looking light. Monster Man. Yeah, I know you're I'm laughing too, dude. I don't know. I'm probably not saying that right. It's all right. It's all right. We can laugh at stuff. It's good. It's part of being an artist. You gotta be able to laugh at yourself and have others laugh with you. I thought those guys looked neat though, right here in the light. Sasquatch and the owls. You can really see the shadows and stuff. It's not just like your regular lighting in the house or anything, you know. It's got this nice amber glow. It's relaxing. It's relaxing. I almost want to make some for my own place. I kind of wish, I wish this would go with my house. Ugh. Can't wait to get the burl for the top done. I'm actually gonna carve the inside of it out some. You don't know what to do with them? Well, hang on to them. Wait, it'll come to you at some point, you know. Oop, there we go. I love cherry burl and black walnut. Got to be my 2 favorites for like just being artistic and creating high-end pieces like this. They're probably my 2 favorite to mix. Now, this is not cherry burl. I'm pretty sure this is a maple burl up here, this really thin veneer. Look how thin that is. You can actually see my hand behind it. Let's see if I can get you guys in here. So all these colors, that's the grain in the burl. Ooh, there you go. It kind of transitioned for you. And it looks really, so like right there, it looks super bright. It's not bright like that. It's more like, come on, change. It's got more of that amber tone to it. Now it won't change back, but it did a minute ago. It's got more of this color, this amber color. Trying to figure it out here on camera. And then I like this. Got my logo burnt in up way up in there, but this is also cherry burl here. Just kind of like a cherry burl slice. Actually, you can see better in my hand in there, can't you? And then just a little knob holding it on. Then we got just a couple, basically like those Edison bulbs. I haven't played around with it yet, though. These ones are pretty neat. I guess you can download the app, and then you're able to dim the lights with the app. Apparently, these light bulbs have like something inside them. I don't know. It's pretty neat. So, yep. Was excited to kind of get that portion done. The customers came by today. They were able to used veneer or birch, huh, Glenn? That's cool. To like span across. Did the light shine through that, Glenn? Did the light shine through that white birch, or is it just too dense? It sounds pretty neat. I mean, I've seen them done, but at the same time, I can't recall if the light shines through that or if it's more of a shade and keeps the light inside with that birch bark. Usually it's pretty dense, like not letting light through kind of dense, I guess is what I'm saying. We got on time. I had to go in a few, but were you guys able to check out the last video, last tutorial? I hope that was good. Working on a got some light to come through. Cool. That is pretty neat. We get a lot of stuff like that here in the Adirondacks. A lot of builders like to do silver maple, striped maple, silver birch, sort of twig work on furniture. A lot of that going around, a lot of white birch. No, so I know for billiards, this one's going over a 6-foot bar in their camp, piece of black walnut, which I'll actually be working on as well. I brought it to a friend of mine. He's got this awesome machine. The customers were not happy with the finish on it. Someone else had done the piece. They wanted me to refinish it, so I brought it to a buddy of mine. He's got this really cool, like, it's almost like a CNC, but huge. You put it in, it'll level it out or sand it or strip the finish off, whatever you want to do. So he's going to strip the finish off, sand it beautifully, and then I'll come back through, sand it, and it'll get a hand oiled and hand finished finish. So it'll be a really, really beautiful top. Now, like I said, this one's for a bar. The other ones that I did were just ski lamps. So I had found vintage water skis, wooden vintage water skis, and they actually, so I live in the foothills of the Adirondacks, and it's the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. That's why when people ask, I'm always like, upstate New York. I'm not in the city, or I'm like 4 hours from, the city. I'm more like country setting. We're in a town, but we're not near the big city. Anyway, there's always all kinds of stuff like that. But I found these wooden Adirondack skis, and I built, they're gone, they're sold, but I might be able to get some pictures up here at some point of those. So I put both skis kind of together, and then I built shades similar to this. And they were more of like a pyramid with the point chopped off the top. When I get a chance, I'll try to, I don't know, one of these days we'll have to I'll have to put some photos together of furniture and stuff, because I do have furniture builds on here, but I know everybody might not see those, might not check those out. But yep, I only found 2 sets of those skis, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool part of the story to be able to build those lights. And they weren't specific. They were just, builds on my mind. Just like, those are cool. Got to have them. Had them for a few months. It was like, they're getting turned into lights. And Took them to what's called the Blue Mountain Lake Furniture Fair in Blue Mountain Lake, New York, right up in part of the Adirondack Mountains. It's a big museum and stuff up there, Blue Mountain Lake Museum, and it's kind of a, I think it's like an invite only to be inside. So I've been in there a couple years. Of course, last year due to the vid, everything was shut down. But I brought those to that show, and they were gone. And I've been saying I got to make more of these lights, these lamp shades, for other projects. And then it was great because a really good customer of mine sent this customer to me, and we started off designing and kind of just throwing ideas around. And I said, you know what? I made these lampshades and sent him pictures. And he was like, oh, that's it. We got to make those. Those are great. So that is, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I can totally get lost in this work right here. Don't get me wrong. I love chainsaw carving, and I can just spend my days creating carvings, period, or even furniture. But there's something about creating a piece like this, to me, that's a little different than just chainsaw carving. You got to really take your time with your cuts and your angles and think out what woods you're going to use together. How are they going to react with the room and with each other? And, have an artistic eye, not just like a builder eye, because anybody can build anything. They really can. You guys could build these lights. Could you do it from scratch, though? Could you use your artisticness and put certain woods together and certain grains and things? Those are always the big question that I ask myself. I say, can other people build things like this? And then I say, well, I'm going to build it. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I don't know. It's just letting creativity go, and a lot of stuff's learned as you go, honestly. I didn't mentor with anybody when it comes to woodworking or my art. As far as carving goes, that was a little bit of YouTube watching and a couple questions to some pros that I know, and hit the ground running and go for it. Yeah, a challenge. This is a challenge. So looking at this light, right? There's a lot going on. So it's a beautiful light, right? We get past all that stuff. Great, it's awesome. Whatever. But when you look at it, there's a lot of angles, all right? So let's bring it up here to the top. So here's just this little bar, okay? This is here so that the wiring can be hidden. And we got our hooks in here, which they're off-centered. I still got tweaking to do, fine stuff. But too excited, got to share it. Anyway, so here's this bar. There's an angle cut on every side of that bar. See the slopes and stuff? And then you come down to the next piece of walnut. There's actually two angles in here. The very small one, this is another angle. This isn't straight. And then we got an angle here. And then we meet down to these angles, right? Which are cool. And then the corners are mitered. But not only that, this whole edge, this is mitered as well, a mitered cut. And that's a pain in the butt. That is challenging and frustrating. And by the time you put all your measurements down and you actually start cutting it, there was a couple times I just walked away and went in the house. My wife's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm frazzled. I'm beside myself right now. Not to be mean, I need like 5 minutes of just absolute nothing. She's like, okay, I get it. She just leave me be. I made a cup of coffee and sat down and just had to clear my head, because it's 8 and 9 and 6 and 24 and 3, 4, 5, angles this and 35 degrees. And oh my goodness, your angle and your numbers are just going nuts, because you gotta cut all these miters for the corner, and then you gotta cut all the miters for those edges, and it gets crazy. Yeah, it gets crazy. But I did a lot of those cuts in the video. Like I said, once we do this, and it's gonna probably be so those customers have added that bar top on, so now it's probably not gonna get, this all probably won't get installed until the 9th. So, or not the 9th? I don't know. Hold on. Maybe the 9th. What is today? 21st? You get making stuff, you lose all track of time. I think the 9th of next month. I got it written down. Don't worry. Me and my customer, we got this squared away. But anyway, we'll be doing the install. Once that's done, hopefully I can get that video turned right around, and it'll be that Saturday, because I'll do the install on a Friday. But there'll be some of those cuts and stuff. A lot of it ends up being in time lapse though, because I just creating, not even counting carving the fish, creating the light. I've got like, I only wrote down 13 hours. I stopped keeping track because I was already over budget. 13 hours just creating the shade with no fish. Yes, they want it hardwired. I told him he's got to get an electrician. I won't hardwire stuff in anybody's house. So hopefully an electrician will meet us over there. I'll take the top pieces off. He can make sure everything looks good, and then he can wire it in. That's I'm not really comfortable with that unless the customer wants to wire it in himself. That's up to him. So as far as these things go, I'm confident wiring to this and plugging it in here. Like right now, I've just got a plug wired on the end. I'm okay with that. But when it goes to hard wiring in someone's home, nope, not doing it. But yeah, I think I've got probably 16 or 17 hours in the shade. Yes, permanent fixture. Yep. There'll be I got to get 2 more hooks. These chains will be mounted up in the ceiling. The wire will go up through that other burl that I showed, and then everything will be there. It's just going to be a fixed hanging light over their black walnut bar, you know. But yeah, so that's like 16 hours. 16 hours to create the shade, and then I think the fish. Oh, I think I've got. What do I got? 4.5 hours to carve both fish. I think I did about 4.5 hours to carve both those fish. And then the burl for the top. Thank you. I'm excited too. This stuff gets me pumped. It really does. It's exciting because like there's a little bit of a different, for like I said a little bit ago, there's a difference for me between carving and then creating these, I call this heirloom pieces, because my goal is to create pieces like this that can either be left or be passed down through the generations, like made with such quality and design that they stand a lifetime and then some. You know what I mean? So like these people get older, this camp that they have was their parents and one of their parents, and now it's theirs. They have kids, so at some point it could potentially become their kids, and like this piece could be an accent in there the whole rest of the life of this cabin. And I love creating pieces like that, and tables like that, and furniture like that, pieces that are just just beautiful pieces that can be accents and kept forever. But this is, because we've had a few people jump on and off here, this is the burl that's going to go at the top. So, excuse me. This will be like the ceiling, right? And it'll hang down, and then the wire will come out here and down to wire the lamp. So that's pretty much how it'll go. Or I keep calling it a lamp, the hanging light. But this is some really nice stuff going on. Got a bunch of bird's eye in here. We got all these cool ins and outs. Sanded this with a mandrel and just some ripped up sandpaper on it on the Fordham flex shaft. And it just cleaned up beautifully, beautifully. We were going to do like a square rectangle kind of box out of black walnut. And then the customer said, what would look neat is a piece of burl. I said, I got a piece of burl. And then realized the piece that I originally picked out was full of bug holes and trash, so I chucked that in the wood stove and told the customer, we're going to go with this one instead. And they were like, oh yeah, absolutely, that's cool. That's the other thing that's nice when you create pieces like this and you have customers like that, right? You get the piece going, I get the piece going, and I get building it, and I get excited. They're excited too. That's should be the same way, right? With chainsaw carving. I know a lot of you on here chainsaw carving. So if you're making a custom piece for your customer, you're excited. They should be excited too, right? You should be getting your customers excited about the piece that you're creating together on paper or whatever it is, or mocking up. So when you start to build it and they start to see that piece come to life, they're they're wild about it. You know what I mean? They're just over the moon. It's holy cow, that's better than this flat thing on a piece of paper. And that's how it should be when you're working with customers. So, you know, we go into talking about this lamp, and now we're into talking about working with customers and things. It all goes together. So, like, touching base on chainsaw carving, when you guys are working with customers, it may not seem that way. And I've met a lot of people that are builders or carvers or whatever. I've met many that seem very direct and just to the point and maybe gruff. But you know what? We're all artistic in our own way. But keep in mind, it's about your customer service. It really is. It's about your customer service, especially those custom pieces, or when you're at a show. Like, all the time, really, it should just be the same thing. And everybody should be treated the same. And no, I'm not like, I'm not getting all crazy here like the world crazy on everybody needs to be treated. What I'm saying is every customer is treated the same, whether they roll in a beat up Chevy pickup or they roll in a Mercedes Benz. Every customer is treated the same, right down to the way you talk, your lingo, how you sell the piece, and your price. You don't change your price just because they show up in a Mercedes. You don't change your price just because they showed up in a beat up Chevy truck that's falling apart. Because I've met people that roll up in that beat up truck, and sometimes they got lots of money. It doesn't matter. Your price is your price. So keep that in mind when you guys are working on that stuff. Later, Glenn. Thanks for stopping in, bud. So just a little tip, you know, when you guys are trying to sell pieces, I know I don't always get into like price point and things like that. I have been in the members tutorial area where we're like carving it up and we're kind of talking price, but kind of just keeping it for those guys at the moment on that stuff, because those people are helping support the channel, so I'm trying to help them as well. But when you guys are working with customers, you know, they're there for a reason usually. Usually they've seen your work and they know what they're looking at, and it's important to do your best to create what they want, you know? And it's okay to say, no, we shouldn't do that, or we can't do that. Night, Glenn. It is okay to say no at the same time. There's plenty of design changes and final things on this piece, and that's because I spoke up designing with the customer. I said, let's not do that. If we do it this way, it'll look like this. You know what I mean? Same thing with carving. You guys can apply it there too. Hey, yeah, I know you want that, but hey, here's an idea. And then it's all about presentation, you know. If you know you can do it, and you know what the final product's gonna look like, and it can be amazing, you know, you got to sell it. You got to work on it with your customer and sell it to them as well, especially if it's going to make the piece better. It's all about making nice stuff, right down to even rough chainsaw carvings. You know, people want it. People love it. That's what they're there for. So if you're doing it for a hobby, then you know what? Just have fun with it, and just work toward pushing yourself, being creative, creating new pieces, trying new things is key. Staying in the same slump of creating the same thing day after day after day, for me, that is boring. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It drives me nuts. You know, I just can't. My bears all look different because I want to tweak them and change them, and people tend to love it because they're like, I can buy this bear and they can buy that bear, and we all have something different but from the same person. So that's why, like, in my tutorials, I'm like, make it your own. Follow these steps, make one that looks just like mine, and then make your own. The dust in here is getting me tonight. But yeah, hopefully this week we'll finish up the birthday carving I went live and was working on. Not gonna reveal what it is. We had some fun guesses on that. That will be getting done, and then we'll have a video up for that around that person's birthday. I actually have another birthday carving that I've already done and I haven't shared with anybody, and I can't because they may or may not watch on here sometime. And this one's for a kid, so I don't want to. If I were to show it, this child would be like, "What?" and probably no. So we got to on that one. There'll be a full video. But I hope this week, though, obviously finish up the birthday carving, and then I want to carve up do a tutorial with a small bear with a welcome sign / go away sign. Always good sellers, always good things for you guys to work on. Between the dust of sanding today and the temperature literally went from 60 and I think it's down to like 30. I'm just anyway, welcome bear. And then after that, somebody said, hey, can we carve up that bear with a fish? This guy? I don't know. Hopefully I can carve it again because I really love this bear. And I have a hard time creating the same piece twice. So I hope I can create this again and then give you guys a step-by-step, sort of deal. But fun piece right there. That'll be down the road at some point too. And then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll start practicing eagles together because my eagles are garbage. They suck, and they need to be better. I got like 1 or 2 eagle videos on here from like forever ago, and I've watched them a couple times. I'm like, I don't even know how I made those. I try to make an eagle now, and I'm like, that's garbage. So I gotta start working on my eagle skills, and if one comes out awesome, I'll just turn it into a tutorial because I'm finding out it's way easier for me to just get in the zone and get creating. And then I'm able to put a voiceover over it for a tutorial for you guys and explain what I did to make that piece happen rather than trying to explain as I go, because then I'm in the zone and out of the zone and in the zone and out of the zone. But if I can voiceover for that tutorial, which I've been doing and you all seem to really be enjoying, then that seems to be working out really, really good. What you got, Anna? Ask away. I got to go in actually in a couple minutes, so I'm going to answer Anna's question here, and then I might head inside. But we'll look at this with the lights out one more time before I go, because I think it's stinking cool. You know what? Let's just go ahead, Anna. Ask your question when you're ready. Let's just sit here in the dark without my thumb in the camera. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I'd love to see my thumb. Willow making good walking sticks. Boy, I am not sure the density and strength of willow. I'm going to be honest. Boy, it's all about strength. And if it's a walking stick, I mean, it's kind of different than a cane, right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, that's one of those ones you'd have to Google, or try it if you have some. Hey, I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna send a bunch of crap if I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, diamond willow. That's where I've heard of it. Diamond willow is like in Alaska, right? Ashamagabagabag. Sorry, buddy. I can't remember your name. Hey, what up, Colin? Monster Man. All right, Monster Man. Willow. It's in diamond willow's in Alaska, right? Isn't that where that is? Like north? North for me. I actually, where is it? I got a piece of that one time. Oh boy, who knows? I got this place is full of sticks. Mostly around water. Where are you located, man? If you're a man. I call everybody man, so no offense. It looks really cool, and I do have a piece. I had a lady give me a piece of it a few years back. Hey, Sashed, what's up, dude? Canada. All right, yeah. So you're north. you're for me. You're north because I'm down in New York. So you're north, up that way, Canada, and all right, that would make sense. Boy, that'll be something I'll have to make note and see if I can find it. Thanks, buddy. Here, look, I'll give you a walk around. I've been showing everybody. This is what I've been working on. So for me, the whole light has this dark amber look right here, where it's kind of dark right there. The whole thing looks that way. It just looks different on camera, but Got a fish over here. We got a fish over here, bud. Got to show Saw Shed Creations what I got going on. Okay, watch your eyes. Bing. We got some Edison bulbs, and this is cherry, bro. Put my hand in here, then you can see it. And this is all wood veneer on the sides, and all the main stuff is black walnut. Thanks, man. This is one of my higher end pieces. This is going in a beautiful cabin on a lake in the Adirondacks. Going to go over a bar. They recently pulled the bar out and brought that to me because they originally had somebody else finish it and do the work, and they just didn't like it. It didn't come out very good. The person, I don't think the person really had a bunch of artistic ability and maybe not a lot of knowledge as to doing finishes, because they didn't cover it on a rainy day and the finish got all monkeyed up. But I don't know. You know, things happen. People make mistakes. They could be the best builder and artist, and you know, crap happens. Things happen sometimes. So I'm not gonna knock them, but I got to redo that top anyway for these same customers. It's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, it happens. It happens. We all make a mistake here or there. You know, this person that did that top originally might not have been thinking, and walked it in the house during the rain, and it got all monkeyed up. So I can't wait, honestly, to redo it. That's a big 6-foot black walnut bar top. I'm adding a piece to the end of it to kind of go up the wall like an L shape, and it's going to be really beautiful. We might add some some color to it, kind of just some brass epoxy. I think it's going to look just gorgeous in the walnut, and I'm looking forward to it. Between the brass colored epoxy and the cracks and in the knot of the walnut, I can only imagine it in the evening, right? Having it having that black walnut bar top here with some brass colored epoxy in there, and then this light over it in the evening, it's just gonna look really cool. It's gonna be stellar. Yeah, me too. That's how I always feel with every project. I can't wait to see that done. I hope I do good. Oh man, what time we got? 8:43. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. It's been great sharing this with you guys, though. This is just, I don't know, chipboard. Nope. I'll look it up though. I don't know a lot of things, and then I know a lot of other things. So, boy, it's great when I crack myself up. Huh. I'll look it up. I'll look that up. I'll check it out. I don't know. I'm just really passionate about this piece and making this kind of stuff, and just wanted to make sure I could jump on and share it with you guys, and just, I don't know, just share it with you, you know? It's not always about just trying to create the next greatest and best video here on YouTube. You know, we all chat quite a bit, and I like hanging out with all of you like this and being able to talk and things. I kind of wish it was more like a Zoom thing, though. You know, you could see people that want to and converse that way. Right? You have to laugh, right, man? But I don't know. We'll do more things like this when I have some cool projects, you know, in the works and stuff. We'll probably go live too again when I get to painting that owl in the black walnut. I think I am going to just add a little color to it. I don't know. It's been over there for days, and actually like weeks probably, and I kind of want to just add some color. So copper mica. That's what I'm going to order. I'm actually going to order up some because I want to use it in other stuff. Yeah, me too. I get that. I get that. I do. I laugh, and other people just look like, the heck is wrong with that guy? I'm funny. You just don't get it. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. I will tell you guys this, though. So, this this past 2 months on YouTube have been just absolutely crazy. All of you that are all here, all of you that are here, we got like 11 people on. A handful of you are talking with me. You're all normally here. We're usually chatting, which is awesome. And if you're not chatting, that's okay. Um, you know, the past couple months here on YouTube have been a total roller coaster as far as revenue, which is finances, like what you make off of video. And it has been absolutely ridiculous. And I just want to let you know, in case you guys hear it from other YouTubers, like right now, it's a total bottom out dive kind of thing going on. But my plan is to not really worry about that in videos for you guys. My plan is to just keep pressing on and going through because, well, one, I just wanted to share that with you guys. But two, I really want to, I'm really just like, want to share the art. You know, making a little bit of cash on the side is awesome. A lot of time can go into videos, and so it's great to have that kickback via YouTube. But I don't know, it really does feel great to be able to create a piece and create a video for you guys to enjoy, to learn from. It's funny. One of my wife's friends, she might even watch this later, her and her mom watch, and they've said, wow, he's such a great speaker. And it cracks me up because I don't think of myself as a great speaker. You know what I mean? I don't think of myself as a teacher. I've really never thought of that. And in my younger years, I absolutely hated talking in a public setting or hated, thanks, man, and hated getting up and talking in front of people. And I just absolutely hated those sort of things. And then now that I'm a little bit older, obviously I'm not a kid anymore. And, you know, heck yeah, that's awesome, Alan. Thanks for sharing. And I don't know. I just never thought, honestly, that when I was younger, and even in my 20s, I'll be 37 this year, I think. I never thought I'd be making videos that people can watch all over the world, you know, and just be talking, knowing that there's could be thousands of people on the other side just watching. I've got a video on here that's pushing 700,000 views, and it just blows my mind. It's the only one up there like that, but it's okay. It blows my mind. 700,000, almost 700,000 views. It's just crazy. So if you guys put that video on repeat though, and we hit 1,000,000, I'll do a bear giveaway. Night, Jennifer. Right. Night. I missed something. What's going on? Oh, passion shows. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I thought you were saying goodnight. Sweden. That's cool. That's what I mean. I've got a lot of people from the UK on here all the time. People from farther north. People from all over the place. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. It really is. I never thought I'd be here making videos, sharing with the world in essence, you know, just everybody's able to watch. And that's really a big drive, you know. It really is. And if you guys don't know, you know, I'm married. I got 2 dogs. I got 3 kids. I do work a full-time job, a regular job, like not just YouTube and creating art for my business and things. I still go to work. Luckily, it's a few days on, a few days off, few days on, few days off, 12-hour shift kind of deal. And it gives me the opportunity, though, to do these sorts of things. And then, you know, after that job, I've got, you know, my business, which is carving and creating pieces like this. And it's a crazy busy life. And I don't know. I do enjoy it. I like being busy, but I wonder how long can I stay that busy, you know? How at what age will I have to slow down and not be able to do it anymore? And what will it be that I can't do anymore, you know? One day I do hope, I wish that it would be this. I wish this would be my full-time thing, you know, creating videos, sharing art, teaching people and helping other people, you know, just build you up to create your own art and inspire, as some people say that I inspire them to do. Yeah, 57. All right, I got a goal. 20 years left. So I don't know. Yeah, just kind of rambling on, I guess. That works for me, dude. I would like to be I don't know. Yeah. I heard this theory. There's two things. There's a lot of things I live by. There really is. I'll be honest. I Not to scare people off, I'm a believer in the creator. I am. I believe God's blessed me with the ability to create these things and to be passionate about it. I ain't going to hear and thump the Bible on you guys. That's not what this is about. I'm just telling you about me. And I believe, I've been blessed with that. And with that, there's a couple things though that I really do believe. I believe idle hands get you in trouble, and being busy is a good thing. I really do. People that tend to have nothing to do tend to do what? Probably things that they shouldn't. A lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times, right? You get bored and curious, you make bad choices. Those things happen, right? Idle hands are the devil's handiwork, so keep your hands busy. And that's something that I've always told myself, stay busy. Growing up, my father was always busy as well. At the same time, it sounds great. Oh, this guy's doing all this stuff and he's always busy. At the same time, there's sacrifices, and it's tough sometimes because, I have to, not that I have to, but I do, and I don't even realize it. I sacrifice family time sometimes. I sacrifice certain things without realizing it, because I'm creating, and that's just being real. It's the truth. It happens. And at the same time, I do sacrifice time with this. My business could be bigger and flourishing and that much better, but I can't sacrifice any more family time. I can't sacrifice any more time with my kids. And it's tough. It's tough. If you're not an artist and you don't create and you don't have so many different things going on, you might not be able to relate. But if you are and you do and you're passionate about your art and your family and life and all these things, then it might click what I'm saying and kind of make sense. Yeah, during the day I'm home on my days off. I'm home. I'm a homebody. It's funny. My best friend, my best buddy, always gives me a hard time. Just that's how we are. We give each other a hard time. That's what friends are supposed to do, right? And yeah, yeah, man. And he's always like, dude, you don't do nothing. Like, oh, we got to go do this. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting. We like to hunt. Let's go hunting. I hardly ever get out. I love hunting and being in the woods, but I hardly ever get out because it's like, that's more me time, right? But I feel like when I'm in the shop and when I'm carving, that's also me time. It's business time, but it's me time because I'm able to create, relax, and do my thing. And oh, it will. It'll open it up, man. And it's tough, to even break away and do other things you love. At 1 a.m., bro. Colin swinging in with a 1 a.m. It is. Family's got to come first. It really does. And it really should for everyone else. So like I bring it up. It's a tough topic. It really is. It's tough when you're talking about yourself like this, right? Because I'm putting myself out here. This video could hit 700,000 views and people are jerks sometimes. Not everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you. But some people are. Some people are jerks. They give you a hard time. They break you down. And either I respond like that or I just delete comments a lot of times so other people don't have to deal with it. But it's tough, when you're being real and people can relate, and it's tough. Sometimes I wonder, you ever sit and think, what are the things that you're doing that are in vain? Are you creating in vain and missing this? Or is it in the other way around? Are you making the right decision, pushing on in this thing? And me too. Me too. Me too. I'm home. I like to think of it like this. I'm home, busting hump, creating art, right? And my kids know, I mean, they're in bed. They got school in the morning, but they know where dad is. when I'm home. They know dad's in the shop, dad's in the yard, or I'm right there in the house, right? And I do work a lot. I've been told I'm a bit of a workaholic, but it doesn't feel like work when I'm creating art. It just feels right, you know? And that's why I say it's a blessing, because I think if it was not a blessing, it wouldn't feel right to create that way. But at the same time, we have to have that balance, right? We have to be able to say, okay, it's time to stop. It's time to walk away. It's time to go do that thing. It's time to go be that thing. It's time to go enjoy that thing, whatever it is. So I just, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe somebody else needed to just hear that and just know, like, it's real out here, you know? It's real. And it's just the way it is. Yep. Right there. Right there. That's the comment. Right there. The comment is, artist, if I don't get to do my art, I will destroy everything else. And that, my friend, is 100% the truth. It really is. And that really, wow. Never, I don't think I've ever read that or saw that anywhere else. And right now, that's like seriously just boom. Holy crap. Man. What a thought, right? It almost sounds selfish, but at the same time, it almost feels like a necessity. It's crazy. It is crazy. Really do enjoy this moment with all you guys. I know I said I had to go, but like I said, everybody else is in bed. But I guess this is me time, so it's okay. What a statement. Just vibing, guys. Being real. Hanging out here with all of you that'll watch this at a later date. Enjoying this light. You know, I really feel that I really feel that light, that color, the tone that this is off. Just the tone of color is I don't know, relaxing and inspiring at the same time. I know I created the piece, but have you ever created a piece that inspired your next piece? Or inspired you to do something different? Welding. That's awesome. Listen, when you're an artist, it doesn't even matter what medium you're in or someone else is in. There is something to inspire each other. I got a buddy. We've become pals over the past couple years, and he's a metal fabricator, right? And he could even be watching now. He probably wouldn't comment, but it's all right. super talented guy with the welder. Makes some cool little knick-knack stuff. He's got some really neat things that he's cutting out and making. And he makes me my special projects, right? I need hooks to mount this floating shelf for a customer. I give him design and specs, and he wants it right to a T, because he's a perfectionist. He wants to make you a perfect piece, not just a good piece. We want to make an awesome piece. And that's the kind of guy that he is. And he's an artist in that sense, you know. I can bring him plans when it comes to metalworking, and he can just make it. And he can make it in a timely fashion. I can weld, and honestly, I can do those things, but I don't have time, right? I got to outsource. I got to do other stuff. So I have found working with him, well, I've had him say a few times, I have the abilities, but I don't always have the ideas. So it has been awesome, absolutely awesome, to bring him ideas and then see the perfection in his ability, right? Because he can just, if I can bring it to him, he knows how to like mill it and make it fit and do all these cool little things. And it's awesome. Yeah. There's nothing like a completed, right? Like this. Nothing like a completed piece. Not, I don't mean to take away from you, but like when you look at your piece, right? You're looking at your carving and you're like, holy cow, that came out really good. That came out really good. And then in 6 months, you might build one and look back on this piece and be like, that was awful. How'd that inspire me? I know it's happened to me at least. But there's just something about completion, right? You know what's crazy about that? I said I wouldn't, I got it. Boy, I feel pulled to say it. Don't get all scared, okay? Because we're not going to do this all the time. But like I told you guys earlier, I'm a believer, right? Believer of God in heaven and Jesus came and all that stuff. So I say all that stuff because, like I said, I ain't going to Bible thump because everybody don't want to hear it. That's okay. That's okay. And it just made me think when I just said that, right? That feeling of completion. If you believe in God, He created the heavens, the earth, everything on it, man, birds, sea, water, right? You know the story. What did He do after? He took rest. In what? Completion. You ever just finish a piece and you just feel that completion? Whew. Some good stuff when you can sit back and actually look at it and feel complete in a piece that you've created. All right, I'll do my best to not Bible thump on you guys again. There's going to be people that hate it, but you know what? I'm just being real tonight. I really am. I'm not trying to give you guys a show or anything. I don't know. I'm in one of them moods. I just feel like chatting and hanging out with all of you. Being real. Must be holding my breath. My watch told me to breathe. Breathe. I am breathing. Leave me alone, watch. You can't talk this much and not breathe. Come on. Oh, boy. Good stuff tonight. Good stuff tonight. I'm going to paint these owls up, too. I figure out something with those guys. You guys bored yet? Am I boring you guys? You guys bored? You guys like, oh, my gosh, I wish he'd stop talking. I think Colin fell asleep. Completion and donuts. Oh, that's great. For me, it's coffee in the morning. A little bit of coffee. All right, Colin was here at 8:53. He said it was 1 a.m. Now it's 9:02. Colin, you fell asleep, didn't you, buddy? It was only 1 a.m. Yeah, enjoying something cool I made with my two hands, and you all should be enjoying the things you make too with your two hands. No coffee tonight. I will be up all night long. I can't do that. Oh, man. Yep. I think everybody still awake. Oh man. You know, I think about this, right? I think about artistic and creative abilities, right? Regardless to whether it's metal or glass, right? Or wood or sketching or even origami. Artistic and creative abilities. I can't help it, you guys. I'm on a roll tonight. So, you know, I hope everybody on here ain't the type to go getting all offended about who I am and all that, you know. If so, sorry. But talking about creativity and things, I do think everyone has a certain level of creativity already in them. And that right there is also the truth. We are our own worst critics. But I think everyone has the ability to create. I truly do. I really do. Even a person that sings, they have an ability to project their voice and create a sound, right? So what I'm talking about is create. If you're a believer and if you're not a believer, they say we were made in His image, right? In God's image. And, you know, He's the ultimate creator. So if we are made in that sense of God's image, I think that everyone has the ability to create. Now, I know at some point I'll probably get a comment, somebody will twist that and bring up all the other trash of the world that I'm not even going to touch on, and I'm not even going to go there, and I'm not even going to respond to that comment if and when it actually happens. But what I'm saying is all of this in more of an encouraging way, because I know some people want to just make things, but feel like they can only draw a stick figure. I'll be real. I've been real all night. I never thought that I could chainsaw carve. I never thought that I could sculpt. right? I never thought that I could do any of those things, to be honest. Growing up, I loved drawing and sketching, and I always said I could never draw a three-dimensional picture and make it look like, you know. So the idea of sculpting clay or carving and things like that, I was always like, oh, I can't wrap my head around this thing, you know. And it's so funny because that was like early years for me, before I was a teenager and into my teenage years. And I was like, I just can't do this. I can't do this. And the funny part about that is, as I get older, somebody constantly reminds me that I can now. Right? It's nuts. And exactly, brother. This guy ain't even supposed to be walking. That's his story, though. But he ain't even supposed to be walking, and he walks. Amen to that. Amen. You know, I've held back over the years having conversations. Exactly, Colin. Who would have thought, right? Oh, Jennifer's going to leave us hanging. Carved a big russet potato into a what? What did you, into an onion? Into an ant? What'd you carve that russet potato into, Jennifer? I don't know. I'm just putting that out there as an inspiration thing. You know, whether you're a believer or not, I truly think as humans, as people, as humans, we have the ability to create things. War, bear. No worries. Gotcha. Russet potato into a bear. All right, that's cool. Cool beans. So, anyway, you know, if you're just starting out and stuff, don't say I can't, ultimately, because you still have no idea what you can do. And I'm learning that as I get older. I'm doing all these different things, and I still have no idea. I still have no idea. You still have no idea of what our future holds and what we can do in the future. You know, we really don't. We have no idea. We have no idea of the amazing pieces we're going to create as we continue to build our skills, and we continue to grow. We continue to learn new things and techniques from other people, from people working different mediums other than wood. So then you bought a chainsaw. Oh yeah, that's awesome. But yep, I don't know. I just think it's important that everybody feels that way and realize that the release you're able to get creating art is sometimes just the most amazing thing you can feel and do, you know, as a thing. Yeah, buddy. Please do not buy the King Arthur chainsaw thing for the angle grinder. Don't buy it. Don't use that. Don't buy it. I don't know if you did. Don't buy it. Pow. Don't buy that thing. It's a death machine. Don't. If it's an angle grinder, yeah, you're good. Use that thing. You're good to go. But if it is that wheel with teeth on it for a chainsaw, that's a death machine. Get yourself a saber-tooth disc, or use a chainsaw. Use a chainsaw. So, yeah. Okay. All right. We just went through all the, you know, life's awesome, God's good stuff. I got to turn these lights on real quick. This is another thing I am kind of passionate about is safety. Hence the kind of passionate, you know. We're running chainsaws. How safe can we be? Anyway, right. So look, okay. Chainsaw wheel. I'm just going over this for everybody. That comment just made me think about it, right? Chainsaw wheel is on an angle grinder. Everybody knows that, right? Angle grinder. Your hands, mine's over there put away. Your hands are super close to it, okay? Instagram, Colin. Hit me up there, buddy. There's all kinds of Instagram links under other videos, and this one eventually, but these videos live don't usually upload for like 24 hours. So if you check out another video, go down in the description, find my Insta link, ask right there, man. Hopefully I usually see those the best on Instagram. Angle grinder, the wheel, look how close those teeth end up being to my hand, right? Angle grinder, 25,000 RPMs usually. It kicks and it's gone. And it usually swings right around into your leg, your stomach, or your arm. Bad stuff, right? I don't even care. That company has gone after people for saying bad things. They should be getting their pantsuit off. The worst tool in the world. And some people stand behind it. Oh, I make all kinds of beautiful things with this. Good for you. Go talk to Bob. He's got a 10-inch gash in his thigh and almost died. Worst tool in the world. Don't get me wrong. People die from chainsaws, usually misuse, or they hit something in the wood and it kicks back and they're not ready. Normally they're relaxed. Things can happen. We're running a powerful tool. Here's the difference though. Where are my hands in conjunction to that chain? Even my closest hand is still farther away than the angle grinder. And your hand should be up here. Now there are times where you have to manipulate the saw and you're like this, but if it kicks away from you, where does it go? This way. Right? And you should be holding it. You shouldn't be baby hands in this thing and it's all over. You should be gripping this thing. And then if you're here carving, where's my hand? Chain break, right? There's none of that on an angle grinder. I can't see where the safety is. There isn't any. Don't buy those things. I like you guys too much. Don't buy those things. Chainsaws are way safer. Angle grinders, though, are a great tool to have, just not that attachment. I like using my saber-tooth discs all the time. Oh yeah, they're selling them everywhere, man. Everywhere. You can get them here in the States, too. I see them in the hardware store every now and then. I gotta turn the light back off because this light seems to be inspirational tonight. It's great. Might have to go live with this light on and talk again before I install it because I am just enjoying it way more than I think I should. I should. Yeah, I have one. I still have it set aside for when I throw up that video every now and then that's like, this is the wheel of death, don't buy it. And then people bash me about it, but you know, it's easy. Proof's in the pudding. Look at all the pictures of people cut up. It's horrible. It is horrible. I know, I should. I wish my shop didn't get so dusty because I would just make like a really long one on the beam up here and have it over my workbench, but it's just going to get dusty and trashed out here. But the setting out here, like, I love this. I really love this. You got this glow in all the wood, even the pieces that aren't turned into anything, right? And you got owl and Sasquatch over there. It just, there's nothing, you know, I got a heater. I mean, there's clothes. There's nothing crazy, but there's something about this light out here tonight that's just, I don't know. I love it. I got to talk to the wife. Maybe. Well, guys, we've been on here. I was like, oh, I'm going to go out there for like 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Over an hour later. Well, guys, I'm going to get going. I'm going to get heading in the house. Yeah, it's warmer. We had 56, almost 60 today. Yep. Gonna get heading in the house here in a few minutes. Oh, I can't. It's a custom order. Custom order. I gotta go in and clean up. Wife's working tonight, so go in and attempt to pull my weight a little, you know what I mean? You know? Do some dishes maybe, clean some house, do some stuff. Right? The light is killer. It really is. I might just have to make one and we'll do like sessions like this. We'll go live like this and chat and check out pieces in the light. Man, maybe I should. It's tough though. It's tough. Put 16 hours into a light for myself. I don't know if I could keep it. For real. For me, it's Sunday. I say that because I got other people that are sometimes a day ahead of me. Well, Colin's already, going on 2 a.m. He's still here. Well, I hope you guys all have a great week. Maybe we'll go live later in the week. We'll see what happens. I'm sorry I don't always say, hey, going live ahead of time, but I really do. Not to sound all weird and stuff, but think about you guys and hope you are all having a good week and, you're all staying safe and letting go of the worries of all the crap in the world, and just creating some stuff, getting lost in your work sometimes and just having a good refresh. Yeah, good cabin atmosphere. That's right. Nice amber feel. So I do, though. I hope you guys all have a great night. Have an awesome week, and maybe I'll see you guys later this week, all right? And yeah, peace out.